May I finish speaking?
Go ahead.
Since you wanted to, like, overtalk me? Is that okay with you?
The attitude is crazy. YouTube, what's going on? It's your favorite average 9-to-5 worker, Ricoreacts, and today we are back with another reaction video. And for this one, we are actually doing a catch-up reaction video. So this one is a reaction video to Ramon and Alicia. They were on episode 18 of Pop the Balloon or Find Love. Now, at the end of this episode, we're going to determine who is wrong in this situation. And also, is it possible that both people were in the wrong and we just had a miscommunication? Let me know in the comments. Now, before we get into the video, make sure to like, comment, subscribe, and hit that post notification button. That way you're notified whenever I post a new video. All right, let's see.
Hello everyone and welcome back to my channel. It's your host Arlette and we are here today with Ramon and Alicia. Welcome y'all. How we feeling?
Doing all right yourself?
I can already tell from the start.
I'm good. Thanks. So we had you guys on episode 18 of Pop the Balloon or Find Love, where you guys ended up matching. All right. Okay, so my final question, is it a yes for you for her?
For sure.
Is it a yes for you for him?
Yes,
we got a match! All right, I'll take this mic and you guys can go on up. Yes! And so, obviously on the show, we saw there were, quite a few comments about this, that, and the third. And, you guys went down the line, got to meet a few different people, and we got to know a little bit about each of you. But, if you want to just let us know a little bit more, Ramon, we could start with you.
Yes, my name is Ramon. I'm from Indianapolis, Indiana, currently living in Scottsdale, Arizona. I own Triple R Detailing in Indiana, and then I also own Mila Properties here in Scottsdale, and then Kiss Gang Motorsports as well here in Scottsdale. So.
Okay, nice. A whole entrepreneur.
Yeah, got to in today's economy.
Yeah,
sure.
definitely. And then what about for you, Alicia?
So my name's Alicia. I'm from Washington State originally. Okay. I've lived in Arizona for a couple years. Nice. I go to school for marketing at ASU. Yeah.
Okay.
And I do content creating, of course.
Nice. So yeah, speaking of content creating, so on the show, one of the comments from one of the guys in the lineup was, he was like, content creator, I wasn't sure what to think about that. And he kind of said he thought adult entertainer.
Yes.
What was going through your mind when he said that? Because you were like, wait, what? Like,
honestly, I thought that was kind of funny. If you're saying that, are you telling me I'm your type? Or like, what are you getting at? A lot of people thought it was really offensive. Me, I was just like, whatever.
Yeah.
What are you talking about? It's the real question. That was my question. But I didn't take it any type of way because I know what kind of content I put out and what I'm doing. So
yeah. And then another one of the other contestants was like, oh, he popped on you because he was like, I don't think you have a real job.
Yes, I thought that was odd. But honestly, I thought, one thing about me, I don't have to tell everybody all my sources of income, but I am a veteran. So it's like I'm getting paid to go to school. It's the big ticket there. It's like, hello, I didn't have to sit there and itemize all my bills to him, but yeah.
Good. We're glad you got that out.
Yes. Shout out to all the veterans, man. All the current.
When we come to the table,
all the current.
It's what we all bring that matters.
And then Ramon, for you, you're 6'3", right? But you were actually called shorter on the show.
It's the first time for everything.
Imagine.
Yeah. Everybody at home and that I know was like, man, that's crazy.
We're like, we get 6'5" is the
new. Hitting me up like, what's up, Too Short? I'm like, damn, I got a whole new name, Too Short. That's crazy.
Yeah, I know that one was really different. I was like, what? I think you were actually one of like the taller guys in the lineup. Like,
yeah, and then the guy next to me was 6'5", and she said she dates guys 6'5" or taller, and it was like, okay, so what's up with
6'5" and above?
Never know.
So it was kind of awkward.
Yeah.
She just cutting out.
Okay, well, kind of to get into the juicy part that everybody waits to hear about. Since you guys ended up matching, have you gone on a date?
Unfortunately, not.
Okay.
Hey, why she do it like that? Why she just hit the shrug?
Okay. You want to take it off?
You can start.
Oh, okay, let's start over here. Start.
Well, we made arrangements on Thursday to have brunch on Sunday, and I believe it was set for like 1 o'clock on Sunday afternoon.
Okay.
And I believe I reached out to her on Saturday to see if she wanted me to send a driver to her. You know, I felt like that'd
You
be
about to
nice.
send the
So
black
we had
truck out.
reservations at Global Ambassador at 1
nice.
o'clock. So she didn't reply until 12:55 the next day. You know, and she said she was gonna be late, and that she had
Yikes.
just seen the text, and she thought she replied, and this, that, and the other. But at that point, it was too late.
Okay.
My eyes.
Okay. Alicia?
Okay, so yeah, we had chit-chatted throughout the week, and you had asked me, like, are you busy, blah, blah, blah. And of course, yeah, he sent that text. I'm running out the door, and I didn't answer. Like, I didn't, like, leave him hanging, but I didn't. I sent him the audio message, like, hey, I'm going to be, like, 5 minutes late. I'm on my way. And then when I go and check, I'm like, oh, shoot, I didn't text him back. So I'm not going to say I'm ditzy, but I'm like, hey, I'm on my way there, blah, blah, blah. So like he said, at 12:55, I'm on my way to the Global Ambassador. His red receipts are on.
Now, this is the only thing I'm a little confused on to start off with. Now, mistakes happen, but the day of, I definitely would have checked just to make sure, like, you're going to pull up, or just to make sure I would check my text messages. You didn't say anything about needing to cancel. Like, you got ready and drove over there and then checked your messages 5 minutes before the date was supposed to happen. Like, that's a little bit weird to me.
He reads it, sees that I'm here. You could hear in the audio message, I'm obviously in my car driving, and he just leaves it on red. So then, mind you, I'm driving, going. I don't live that far. And then I get there and I'm like, hey, just parked in valet, right? So I'm like driving. I'm not totally on my phone.
Yeah.
I just assumed, like, out of good nature, I got up. I went to work last night, got up, got ready, and went, that he was just going to meet me there. Like, we had confirmed the date like 3 times already.
Okay.
I understand that was my fault that I didn't respond to that text. But at this point, we had like 3 confirmations. So I just assumed, maybe that's me, that we were going to show up.
Now, I'm going to give her that. If she already confirmed it like 2-3 times, that's the thing about everything in life. It really just kind of depends on the times. Like, if you confirm something 3 times a week in advance or a few days out, it's still kind of up in the air of, are you actually going to show up? But, I feel what she's saying on that. Like, I mean, as a man, I would still at least, give her the benefit of the doubt that she's going to show up.
And yeah, he left the messages on red, didn't respond. I went, I hung out at the restaurant for like 15 minutes and said, gonna pack her up. Yeah, so no show.
So the reservation was for 1 o'clock. You left 12:55. About what time would you say you got there?
Well, I got there probably like 1:05, 1:10.
Okay.
But I hit him up like, hey, blah, 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 I'm leaving my house right now. That's when the message was sent at 12:55.
Okay. So was there confirmation prior to, this date?
I mean, yeah.
Like she said, you guys had
But like I said, I text on Saturday,
So from
asking her
Saturday.
about, it wasn't any.
Okay.
So it was like, nah, if you can't communicate, it's kind of pointless.
Okay, got it. And so you said you did receive the message and you thought you texted him back, but it just didn't go through, or?
I'm just on the way out the door, didn't press send, like rushing.
No, on Saturday when he like sent another.
Yeah, I forgot to respond. I had the whole text typed and then sent him an audio message like, hey Siri, send so-and-so a message.
Okay.
And then I open it because I'm like, oh, he didn't respond. It's like 1:05, I'm on the way. And then I look and then I like, okay, I didn't send it. The whole message is typed out, but then everything's getting red. So he's sitting there like watching me say, and I understand what he's saying, like, okay, you didn't confirm, I'm not going to go. That makes sense. Like, I'll give that to you.
Also, I think
but I thought it was just silly to leave me on red. You could have just texted me back.
I think he's being a little bit too sensitive to the situation. Like, you could at least send a double text, like, the morning of, just to confirm. He pretty much just got in his feelings right off the one text and was like, nah, I'm not responding or following up. Like, that's not my job or anything, which is not, but it's like, it's really not that deep. Like, if you wanted to confirm it, you could have followed up or tried to call her at least.
Back and been like, oh girl, I'm not coming. Like, you didn't confirm. I thought that could have just been the respectable thing.
Okay.
Because I thought that was weird that you didn't respond, but you're telling people that I ghosted you in Phoenix. But you didn't respond to the last text, so that's kind of weird.
I mean, you responded a whole day later, so do you really call that responding?
He's spreading rumors.
It was less than 24 hours. This is your thing. I think you're very picky about times. That is one of the things. You've been very particular and picky about time, few instances that we had.
Okay.
Just like we had known each other 72 hours. And then remember that phone call we had?
Which one? Go ahead and let everybody else know.
Yeah, we only had one phone call.
Okay.
What
That was
happened?
one. I could grab the call.
But it was a few times that I
which one?
called.
That
then.
is inaccurate. You
Yeah,
gaslit
it
me on the
was.
phone about that.
It
and
was a few times that I called.
I'll go get the
and-
phone. I got the screenshots. You
and I
called
got
me.
the text messages.
Yeah, we have all the information. So
All
do you want
of
to hash it out?
I mean, if we have to.
I just thought it was weird. Okay, so let's run it back so we could clarify for the audience and for you as well.
Yeah, please.
There had been a phone call, right? Roughly 72 hours. So from the very jump, it was hard to confirm the date of the date from the beginning because
I
you kept
agree.
saying, I'll let you know tomorrow. Then
I
tomorrow
did.
came, and then you let me know tomorrow.
But then once Thursday came, I told you I had reservations, and it was set.
Absolutely.
Sunday, 1 o'clock, Global Ambassador.
Okay, but that's not the phone call I'm talking about. I'm
But
talking about
Thursday, it was set, though. You're talking about from when we did the show originally all the way up until Thursday. We went back and forth, kind of trying to figure out
did go back and
about
forth
the
on the
date or
phone.
whatever. But Thursday came, and it
understandable.
was set 1 o'clock. I told you I had the reservations.
That's not what I'm talking about. We went back and forth and why I think you're picky.
Okay,
I
let's
just
hear about the
We just
call.
don't get along. I think that's what it really comes down to. But the call was that you had called me roughly, I believe, on Monday, and I didn't answer. You called me around 10 o'clock on Monday. We'd known
10
each other.
p.m.?
Yes, 10
Okay.
p.m. We'd known each other roughly 72 hours. Then we talked the next day, and on the phone, you had told me, well, since you didn't answer my phone call, I didn't know if we were going on the date or not. Like, you're acting like you're my dad or something. Like,
I don't recall that.
Of course you don't.
But I do recall the phone call about, 10 o'clock, but you told me you was free in the evening. So that's why I
don't-
called that late.
But I didn't say like I just thought it was so picky the way that you were on my phone telling me. I felt like it was entitled, to be honest with you, for you to call my phone and talk about when I'm not answering and when I'm answering, and I'd known you for 3 days. I just thought that was rude.
That's fair.
But you still set the date.
Yes, because that
So
was the
if that
objective
if
of
that
the
was
show.
but we
you,
should have not have went on the date if you felt
And
that
thank
way.
God.
Why schedule the date?
on this fine Sunday, thank God that we didn't go on the date.
I mean,
because I just
thank
feel like this
God.
was the energy on
I
the phone.
saved my money.
So you felt like he was coming at your
Thank
throat?
God.
The same way that it's like this
Hey.
energy, it was very back and forth and very petty on the phone. And he's getting snippy on the phone. And I'm like, okay, so are we going to go on the date? That was my response is, okay, so are we going to do it? Are we going to do it? And I do feel like, yes, you're a little snippy. And I didn't appreciate it. But the objective of the show was to go on the date. And it just made me feel a little
he does seem
opportunistic of
snippy.
your objectives. Because prior to that, if you want to talk about everything,
That's a little
prior
bit
to
too
that, you
sensitive.
sat here and asked me to model for your company. I thought that was rude.
You
and I
said
thought
you
that-
was a content creator.
I didn't say I was a model
if
and
I'm
that I was
try-
going to come
but,
model.
But
for
if
you.
I'm
Those aren't
trying
the
to put
same.
money in your pocket, what's wrong with that?
You didn't mention a
I wasn't
thing
trying
about-
to do anything for free, sweetheart.
But you didn't
said
mention
you was a content creator. Like, I'm confused. If
So
that's
when was
what you
this
are,
asked?
it
When
was-
did you
it
ask?
was, damn near at the
maybe
beginning.
Sunday.
At the beginning.
Right
But
away.
She
So
said she was a content creator.
So we filmed Saturday, and then you asked.
I'm not with that. Like, if I don't know you like that and I'm actually trying to date you, why would I trying to do? Like, I feel like the business part that comes later. I'm kind of hit it off, or maybe even if we don't hit it off, but we become good friends or something, then we can start talking business. Why start off right away with talking business? And then on top of that, not even money at the time.
Asked her Sunday if she wanted to model
Sunday,
for your business.
Monday, it was pretty early.
Okay.
Yeah, to me, it just really gives like you're opportunistic. Like, that's what it gives. I just feel like 3 strikes you're out. For you, it was just a couple weird interactions. Yeah, you asked me to model. You didn't mention anything about money for you to say
I
it
did tell you that over the phone that I had no
later.
problem
But
paying you.
upon, may I finish speaking?
Go ahead.
Since you wanted to like overtalk me. Is that okay with you?
The attitude is crazy.
I'm just waiting for my turn to talk.
All right, go ahead,
Thank
and then
you.
we'll let you go right after.
I
that.
didn't ever say
Explain.
that I was a model, and then what did I say when you asked me if I wanted to model? I was like, oh, do you want to do a content exchange? Like you detail my car and I make a video about it? You're sending me screenshots talking about this is what I want. And you did not mention anything about payment upon the initial interaction of asking me to model. So no, I don't work for free, and that's how it came across initially. That's okay for me to say. You didn't mention anything about payment till multiple days later when I was like, hey, that rubbed me the wrong way. And you're like, well, you should have said something. Well, I don't know you, and I don't feel comfortable to sit here and go back and forth with you knowing you 2 days. That's crazy.
Okay.
Yeah, that's a
Ramon,
lot.
go ahead.
I ain't got nothing to say.
Oh.
Yeah, I'm good. I ain't gonna do the back and forth.
Okay.
Like I said, I offered her an opportunity. I didn't think that you know, I had to initiate that, yeah, I'm going to pay you. In my eyes, it was kind of obvious.
I thought it was a given.
Yeah, like if you're a content creator, I don't ask anybody to do anything for free for me.
I mean, I hear what he's trying to say, but come on now. When it comes down to business, we can't go off of not even word of mouth. We can't go off of assumption. When it comes to business, that needs to be in the forefront. Like, what are your rates? This is what I want to do. Like, whenever people reach out to me about doing some type of promo or something, it's always, what is your rates to start off with? Nobody just comes out and says, oh, you promote this for me or promote this for my brand. Doesn't mention rates at the beginning. Like, what are we doing here? That's just not good business.
Nothing. So, you know, it was a given that I was going to pay you. The amount just wasn't discussed.
Got it. Okay, and then so for you, you were like, she could have just told you right then and there if she felt some type of way about it instead of hanging on to it.
She did tell me. She did tell me that she felt some type of way about me asking her about the content, and I told her, you know, that she said she was a content creator. So that was the only reason I brought it to her attention. But I also apologized when she told me it made her feel uncomfortable as well.
Okay. So did it make you feel uncomfortable because you felt like that's the only reason he matched with you? Or what about it was like?
Well, to me, it wasn't giving. Like, this is supposed to be a dating show. And then it feels, like I said, opportunistic because you're coming to me for business ventures and you're talking about, yes, my hobbies and what I like to do for business. But I didn't come on here. This isn't The Apprentice. Like, I didn't come on here to work for you and to be your employee. Right. So, yeah, I thought that was rude that you're asking me to work for you and bring friends to model for you, too. And this is before the conversation of payment as well. So to think that that's assumed, I think would be silly. Like, I'm an adult. I don't just assume that I'm going to go somewhere. Like, I like it to be ironed out. But once again, we're not having deep conversations trying to get to know each other. And we had joked on the phone, like, you know, like we were just kind of like, hey, how's it going? What are you doing each other? We were doing that to each other kind of back and forth to death. There was no real like depth of conversation or anything for real.
Okay. So you guys never really got to know each other?
Not really, no.
Okay. Ugh, God,
like I said, it was a few phone calls that I did do, but, you know, she didn't answer our call back or text back.
That's not true. How do we have a whole conversation and plan out the date on the phone if I never answer the phone?
Via text.
No, that's not true because
via text, I told you I made reservations for Sunday at 1 o'clock.
You asked me where I wanted to go. I basically halfway planned the date.
I asked you where you wanted to go, yes.
Because you didn't know.
I don't know, man. I'm trying to listen to my boy. I'm trying to hear him out, but he seems, I don't know, a little like she said, snippy. And then on top of that, it's like the stories he puts out there, they just don't really align. Like, how is it that you are kind of putting out this story as if like you were the one that made everything happen, but she's the one who came up with the date practically? Like, you're acting as if you could never get her to communicate, but she's the one who told you about where to go. She's the one who, you know, agreed upon a certain time. Like, I don't understand. She also responded to you talking about using her in your brand or using her to promote your brand. So it's just, some of the stuff just don't align.
No, and it was so much back and forth that we couldn't even decide a date and a time. And now it's like, you know what I'm saying? It's not that you...
But once it was set, what was the problem?
What was the problem? Exactly. I confirmed 3 times. And like I said, maybe I was a little silly to be like, oh, okay, like, we'll just meet there. But yeah, you know what? I didn't text you back in the appropriate amount of time on Saturday. I will look at you right now and say, I apologize. That was my fault. But my objective wasn't to like dog you or play you. But I think that you leaving it on red, you're older than me. So you leaving that text on red, knowing that I went to the restaurant is tacky. And it's like you try to get your lick back. That's how it felt. Like, what was the objective of that? Because if you're a real man, like, you could have been like, girl, I'm not coming. Like, you didn't confirm my text. Like, we could have just had a conversation about it. But you did that.
And
you left me on red.
And you could have called instead of texting.
I sent you an audio message like, oh, my God, I'm on my way there.
But you could have called. You could have called, though, right?
So because I just assumed you were on your way. I didn't know better.
But why would you assume that?
So when she's sending these voice notes or these messages, whatever she's sending, and you're reading them,
I actually didn't read them right at the very moment that she sent them. I read them within, you know, a nice
at 12:55, like you said.
You know what I'm saying? But yeah, I didn't read it.
So you read it after the fact of the reservation time already passed?
Football, yeah. At that point, I'm just like, you know, I'm watching football. I'm not worried about it. She didn't respond in a timely manner.
Okay, so then after the whole ordeal with, you know, no one him not showing up to
taking
date
it
and,
too
you know, you not
deep, bro.
replying.
You don't
Did
know
you guys
this
ever talk
woman.
again after that, or that was it?
No, I blocked him on Instagram. I just felt like it was tacky, and I felt like I said, I felt like he was trying to get his lick back, and we couldn't talk about it as adults. And he saw us at the restaurant at this time. You know, I'm talking like, oh, I'm at valet, like I'm here. He's seeing text, and like I said, maybe I'm silly, and I just went like, oh, he's gonna meet me there, just not thinking. You know what I mean? I'm not like maybe using my full capacity of my brain. I'm tired, hurrying up, getting there. But it was the fact that like he just left me on red like that. I'm just like, okay, I see who you are. I have nothing more to say. Blocked. Mwah. See you later.
And you didn't try to reach out after that either?
Nah,
You were done
I was
with it?
blocked.
On Instagram.
I mean, but you didn't know you were blocked, did you?
Yeah,
Oh, you knew because you
Yeah.
tried to reach out.
I did.
Oh,
on
okay.
Instagram, but you have my number?
I was blocked on the phone.
No, you're not. You're blocked on Instagram.
Okay. I don't know.
See what I'm saying? This stuff is not lining up. Like, what are you talking about? Come on, bro.
I gave you the room to apologize and if you wanted to hash it out. Not even to apologize, because half of it was my like responsibility. But if you wanted to hash it out, you're not blocked. Your number's not blocked. Your Instagram's blocked, though. I was tired of seeing your corny Instagram. Damn.
That's impressive.
No, I think that's real. That was one of the things that I didn't like too. We got each other's Instagram. I just don't think we're compatible in a lot of different ways, and I just think
I'm
like,
seeing that play out.
yeah,
As
blatantly obvious, right? It's crazy.
I'm seeing
Man,
it.
well, I am obviously, it's unfortunate that this didn't work out between the two of you, but you know,
happens.
on to better things, such as any future projects we could be on the lookout from either one of you.
So currently I am working on certain things in my fitness journey, some career advancements in my fitness journey. I'm going to keep some things on the hush-hush,
All right, until it's all out.
100%, yes, but I'm definitely working on a couple different things. And of course, I'm still working on my degree and more content coming back to back to back.
All right, good luck with school and good luck with all of your content creations, all your business ventures, all that good stuff.
Thank you so much.
And Ramon, what about for yourself?
Yeah, just launching a new Airbnb tomorrow in North Scottsdale.
Okay, that's so cool.
You're a
Under
boss,
me
though.
and
I
the
give him
property
that.
group, and
He does
then
his
we
thing.
got another one that we're gonna start working on Tuesday in North Scottsdale as well. So, just trying to grow the business and the portfolio up.
Okay, well, good luck to you as well on your businesses. I hope they succeed and do great
Appreciate it.
things. Well, thank you both for coming on today. And everyone at home, thank you so much for tuning in. We'll catch you all next time.
All right. That was the episode. Now, what are your thoughts on this? Who was at fault? Or do you feel like they both are at fault? I mean, to me personally, I feel like they both are at fault, but I really feel like he took this situation a little bit too serious. Like, this is not somebody you know for real. Now, let me know in the comments what your thoughts are. And make sure if you haven't already to hit that like, subscribe, and post notification button. That way you're notified whenever I post another video. I'll catch y'all in the next video. Peace.